Well, we love to read here at New York Live, so we're excited to chat today with author Makini Regal Martin about her children's book, The Wonderful World of Zuri Rose. Congrats on your new book. Tell us about the concept behind it.
I never ever thought that I would be an author, but I decided that I wanted to create a book because I was looking for a certain type of book for my daughter to introduce her to flowers, and I just couldn't find anything. And so I just decided to create the book that I wanted to see. Prior to starting a publishing company, becoming an author, I was actually a floral and event designer. I think the one thing that's been a common theme throughout my professional career is just being fluid and flexible. And this decision to write a book was a pivot for me. After working in the events world for a few years, I got married and had my daughter. Naturally, my events career started to slow down so that I could focus on motherhood. And then while, being a mom and looking for opportunities to expose my daughter to things, that is when I had this bright idea to write a book.
And one thing that I love about the book is that we have Black characters in the book, but them being Black is not central to the story. Why was it important for you to have that sort of representation?
Children's literature, it's just not a very diverse field. I think the last stat that I saw was maybe 11 or 12% of books have Black characters. And so as a Black mom, that's just not acceptable. I wanted to be able to expose my daughter to things where she could see herself, where she was represented. So even though the storyline has nothing to do with her being a little Black girl from Brooklyn, I still want people to be able to learn about flowers but see characters that are Black and beautiful.
Speaking of beauty,
yes,
I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this beautiful space that we find ourselves in currently is one of your creations.
Yes.
So can you tell us where we are and what this is?
Absolutely. I call this space the Regal Suite. During COVID, people were still creating content. And I'm like, hey, this is a great opportunity for me to provide a unique space for content creators. And that's how I essentially came up with creating this all pink magical little corner of Bed-Stuy.
Now, what is next for you?
I am really excited to grow this brand. I want every little reader to have this book in their hands. And so I am working on the next part of this series, which I hope to launch in 2023. I have a spring collection of children's products because for me, this goes beyond books. It's about having representation in children's products. I really essentially would like this to be a children's lifestyle brand.
Well, thank you so much. We cannot wait for everybody to get this beautiful book in their hands. Thank you so much for inviting us to the wonderful world of Zuri Rose.
Thank you.